welcome to Common Prophets. One issue before us is whether the Indus Valley civilization should be called Sindhu Saraswati civilization as often believed, or it should be called Sindhu Saryu civilization. The issue here is whether the Ghaggar river, on the banks of which large number of sites of that civilization are found, should be called Saraswati or it should be called Yamuna at the time of the civilization. A study by Clift, Carter, Guyson and others has suggested that Yamuna started to flow from west to the east around 3500 BCE. That is the time of the beginning of the Indus Valley civilization. So if Yamuna started to flow east at 3500 BCE, that would mean that the Ghaggar river, on the banks of which the sites are located, would not be known as Yamuna and it could be known as the Saraswati river. On the other hand, geologist K.S. Waldia has suggested that Yamuna started to flow east around 1500 BCE. Now if that is the case, then in the period of 3500 to 1500 BCE, the Ghaggar would be known as Yamuna because Yamuna is by far the larger river. And that would mean that at the time of that civilization, Saraswati was located elsewhere, or the name Saraswati was of another river located elsewhere. So the question is whether Yamuna started to flow east at 3500 BCE or at 1500 BCE. Here, Clift, Carter, Guyson and others have undertaken study of the sediments of the Ghaggar river and tried to determine whether Yamuna started to flow eastward at 3500 or 1500. They concluded that the Yamuna started to flow east around 3500 BCE. So let us examine the basis on which they reached this conclusion. They have tested the sediments at 4 places, of which 3 are important, which are given in this picture. The westernmost point of test was at Tilwala. Here they found sediments of Beas rivers, which is fine because Beas used to from that place. They did not find the sediments of Yamuna, which is okay because if the Yamuna started to flow east at 3500 BC, then the sediments would not be found. But they also did not find the sediments of Satluj and Ghaggar rivers. Now this is questionable because Satluj and Ghaggar would necessarily have to flow through Tilwara, and not finding these sediments puts a question mark on their study. The second point of test was at Marot. Here they did not find sediments of Beas, which is okay because Beas could have joined the Ghaggar downstream of Marot. They found sediments of Satluj, which is also correct because Satluj could have flowed at this point. They also found sediments of Yamuna of a very early period, which is also okay because if the Yamuna started to flow east at 3500 BC, then before that it was flowing west and those earlier sediments could have been found. But the question is, why did they not find the sediments of Ghaggar again? So, because Ghaggar had to flow from this point, therefore not finding the sediments of Ghaggar again puts a question mark on their study. The third point of test was at Fort Abbas. Here they did not find sediments of Beas, Satluj, Ghaggar or Yamuna. Now this again is questionable. As far as Beas and Satluj are concerned, it is understandable because they may have joined the Ghaggar west of here. They did not find Yamuna, which is also understandable because if the Yamuna had started to flow east at 3500 BC, we would not find those sediments. But they did not find the sediments of Ghaggar also. So this is questionable because Ghaggar necessarily had to flow from that point. Therefore, we find that the samples at all the 3 major sites that they examined are full of questionable data. As a result, we must conclude that their study of showing a westward flow of Yamuna at 3500 BC does not hold. Instead, the study by geologist K.S. Waldia, which says that Yamuna started to flow east at 1500 BC, is more credible and we should rely on that. Now, the significance is that if the Yamuna started to flow east only at 1500 BC, and it used to flow west through the Ghaggar between 3500 and 1500 BC, then at that time it could not be the Saraswati. Therefore, the first conclusion is that the Saraswati river at the time of the Indus Valley civilization was not the Ghaggar, it could be the Luni which emerges out of Pushkar, as we have suggested elsewhere. The second conclusion is that since Yamuna used to flow westward between 3500 and 1500 BC, and the Saryu was a tributary of the Yamuna, therefore the Saryu at that time would be one of the rivers that was a tributary of the west flowing Yamuna, and if that be the case, then the location of Ayodhya on the banks of Saryu would also be in the Ghaggar basin and not in the present Uttar Pradesh, in the present eastward flowing Ganga basin. Therefore, there is a need to re-examine the entire issue, and the available evidence suggests that the Yamuna flowed westward through the Ghaggar between 3500 and 1500 BC, and it could be known as Saryu, which was one major tributary of that river. Therefore, the Indus Valley civilization should be known as either the Sindhu-Yamuna civilization or the Sindhu-Saryu civilization, but it cannot be known as a Sindhu-Saraswati civilization because there was no Saraswati flowing through the Ghaggar at that time. Please do not forget to like and share this post, and for more information, please do visit our website www.commonprophets.com. Thank you.